Escalate is a brand new accountancy service. It is accountancy-led dispute resolution, and it was created to unlock all the cash that's tied up in the SME arena. To give you an idea of the size of the problem, there is in excess of 10 billion annually locked up or lost. So hopefully not just a new service, but a very important service. We've had 6 years of development with Escalate. It got launched in 2017. We've had great success. We've had a number of cases engaged. We have millions being recovered, and we have brought on board a number of very strong accountancy firms to use Escalate. The overall goal is to make Escalate the #1 solution for SMEs, and part of building that proposition is to try and win an award. If you're going to win an award for an accountancy service, then you want to win the best awards that are out there. They clearly are the British Accountancy Awards. So being able to win the #1 award for the #1 dispute resolution process is great. Firstly, Innovation of the Year is one of the key awards, highly contested. So to stand out in a very competitive field is fantastic. Secondly, I've personally been involved in Escalate for 6 years, so a lot of head banging, hair pulling, so it meant a lot personally. And finally, I think we brought on board a number of accountancy firms with Escalate. We have in the east of England Price Bailey, in the north of England we have Armstrong Watson, in the southwest PKF Francis Clark, Wilkins Kennedy are adopted in the southeast, PKF Littlejohn in London. And I think it gives all our partners real confidence and traction in taking the service to their clients. Without question, launching Escalate has to have been our biggest challenge. It should be remembered we weren't tweaking a new service here, we were actually developing a brand new accountancy service. In saying that, we've had 6 years of development work, so when we were ready to go, we could go quickly, we hit the ground running. Very pleased to say in our first 6 months, we saw over 70 cases. We've been engaged to recover over 12 million in cash for SMEs, and we brought on board some really strong accountancy firms. I think the industry is going through great change actually, and obviously technology sits at the heart of that. I think the big thing that technology is doing though is it's changing in a lot of ways the revenue profile of the services that are offered, and many firms therefore are having to look for additional services that they can bring on board and help to deliver value add to their client. Obviously technology's had a massive impact to the profession, and I think it's going to have a much bigger impact going forward. Personally, I think technology somewhat crept up on the profession. People were talking about cloud accounting a few years ago, and now look at it, it's embedded into everyone's offering. Perhaps that was more client-driven rather than profession-driven. I think what we are seeing now is that the profession is really embracing technology in a more proactive way and is really trying to put it into all their service offerings. Interestingly, Escalate doesn't actually have technology at its heart. I appreciate most service innovation at the moment does. Escalate was about bringing together accountants, lawyers, funders and insurers into a single engagement process where we had to look at how we manage risk collaboratively and also how we had to change delivery models. In saying that, clearly as we grow the world of Escalate, technology will be there to help us deliver that. One dynamic that has played out though is in a traditional dispute process, it's highly likely that every case would require one face-to-face meeting. Under Escalate, we found that 80% of our cases to date have not required a face-to-face meeting. I think this is down to two things. One, we have a very transparent process on Escalate. They know exactly what's happening and when it's happening. And two, I think businesses are now building technology into their own delivery models. And that means when they turn to the professions, they expect to see us adopting it as well, which means that they don't need to waste time and money on face-to-face meetings that don't add any value. Well, the market statistics tell us there is at any given point around 1 million disputes in the SME market. There is in excess of 10 billion locked up or lost in this area. And Escalate was created really to unlock all of this, to provide access to justice for SMEs that don't currently have it. To date, through our accountancy partners, through the membership bodies that have adopted Escalate, through the lender community that has taken on Escalate, we have access to over 250,000 SMEs. But this is roughly 5% of the SME population still. So the big goal for 2018 is to really keep developing our network of partners so that we can provide that access to justice for all SMEs.